We have the best people. We have the greatest. I love them. They're great. I spent last week with them, getting to know them. They were awesome.
Oh, my God.
They're the best. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to make Private Press pay for it.
Right as I started recording, doing that. So, hey, guys, welcome to Should Have Turned Left. I'm Ben, PG Canadian Ice on the forums, at the Canadian Ice on Twitter.
I'm Reilly, Spartan IRE63 on the forums.
I'm Tom. I blame my roles on the forum.
And we have Reilly and Tom playing against each other, Menoth versus Retribution. Guys, go over your lists.
So I'm running Silent Bob, a.k.a. the High Reclaimer. In my battle group, I have Blood of Martyrs and a Reckoner. I then, for units, have a full unit of Zealots with UA. I have a full unit of Temple Falmeguard, a full unit of Idrian Skirmishers with the UA, and a min unit of Choir. And then I have a Vassal Mechanik solo and 2 Wracks and a full unit of Vengers as well.
I'm running the famous Horse Mountain list. It's Vyros 2 with an Imperatus and a Griffon, 2 Dawnguard Destor Thanes, 2 Dawnguard Sentinel Scyrs, 2 Arcanist Mechanics, 2 Lys Healers, and 2 full units of Dawnguard Destors.
Nice. Now, just
And you guys did bring objectives, right?
Yes, I brought the Effigy of Valor.
Fuel cache.
Yes,
I brought clouds.
Yes. I'm going to take my tablet back now.
Take it. Just out of curiosity, is it Imperatus or is it Imperatus? What is it?
I like
Yes.
Imperatus because you imperil people with it.
I like Imp.
I've heard it both, and I just don't know. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments below what you think it is.
On a similar note, Ossian or Osian?
I say Ossian.
Ossian's the only way I've heard it.
Because how's it spelled?
Ossyan.
Osian? Ossi? Oh.
I blame podcasts for the Osian pronunciation
true.
because
Well,
to me it's Ossian.
The other thing that I don't like is when people call... Because it's Menoth. There are people that say Menoth. And I sit here and I go, shut your face.
Skireth or Skyreth?
Skirath or Skyrath?
Dahlia and Scareth?
No,
for
Skireth Isian. Skireth Isian.
Oh, Scareth is...
Is it Skyreth Isian or is it Skireth Isian?
Stupid elves!
I always thought the C was silent, so I thought it was
Like Sire?
Sire, yeah. That's how I always assumed it was said.
Sire, Skier.
Skier!
We love our wives.
Yes.
Sire.
Hey, there's a game going.
Oh, this isn't important. Let's be honest. You don't watch Should Have Turned Left for the game. You watch it for the drunk ramblings anyways.
So anyway,
And with that, I need to put that in podcast form now.
so I brought this list because the last time that I was up here, I dropped that I've played this list a couple times, and I was encouraged to bring it up here the next time. So he knew before. He brought 2 lists and picked one. I had this list, and that was it.
Yeah,
You lie. You technically had jank for your other list.
I had a
And the models to play
steamroller matchup. One of them is a list that I play quite often and have played for the channel before. I don't know if that video is actually out or alive.
The one in the bank is a 50-pointer, so no.
This isn't important.
Every other game is up there.
Really? So the
Yes.
75 point between me and Pete doing
Yeah.
conversions versus...
Yeah, that's up there.
Cool. Then you've seen that list before. Wah, wah, wah.
I think that might be the first Mark III one I put up.
Oh, definitely not. I wasn't here for Mark III.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, I think that's the first
Um,
having you... No, that's right. That is the first one having you back. Because,
Yep.
yeah, the one in the bank is the 50-point between you and Pete.
Yeah. So and in this one, I built this morning. Not the morning you're watching this, the morning we played this game.
As I built this list, I titled it Lich 2.
Lich 2, because it has all of the people and all of the recursion. I can bring Zealots back twice if I need to. Why you would do that, I'm not sure. But yeah.
But I was going into this already kind of worried because you might notice that my list does not have very many bodies. It looks big, but it's just because pretty much everything in the list is on a 50 millimeter. So I was looking at your horde and like, man, even with all of the attacks Destors can bring in a single turn, I didn't know if I was going to be able to chew through everything.
Yeah,
I mean, Mat 7 impact attacks are still really good.
It's true. And I'm mostly low def, to be fair. And I can kind of like troop spam, horde, man swarm, but I don't do it as well as factions like Crix or Cephalix.
Nobody does it near as well anymore except Cephalix because of
That's
the
their
bigger
design.
Battle group.
And that's their design
Yep.
anyway.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it anyways. Even when I started playing in Mark II, I picked up Menoth and very quickly realized that they were a wonderful actual Warjack faction, and I love running Warjacks. And so playing with a lot of infantry just kind of, it rubs me the wrong way. I don't
By the
like
way,
it.
I'm just going to say it now while I'm thinking about it. Speaking of Cephalix, I have the Mark II all-in-one Merc army box for Cephalix. I haven't glued anything. Everything's still in the box. I've opened it just to make sure stuff is there. If anybody wants it, PM me.
There you go, ladies and gents.
You will have to pay for it. I am
Shameless
selling
hawking
it.
of unwanted models.
Terms of service.
Terms of service may apply.
I bought it when it came out. I haven't even built anything from it. I think it's time for me to let it go and let somebody else enjoy it.
I
Let
would
it
take
go,
it, but I already
let
have
it
everything for
go.
Cephalix.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't offer it to you.
I mean, one can never have enough models.
So interjection with the game, prey on advanced deploy shooters is dumb.
Yeah.
Yes!
Granted, I'm not getting.
Oh, good lord, yes!
I'm not getting into them, unfortunately, but I am hand of fated, so I'm hoping that maybe I can clear 2 or 3 of your Destors out now, because that would be really nice if I could do that.
Yeah, and that's one of the weaknesses of Destors, I think, is that even with deceleration up, they're only armor 19.
Yeah, but still,
that-
1319 is a good stat line.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
But every one I lose is a severe loss, because I'm losing.
Yes.
So it really hurts
what?
when you
It's-
kill one of them.
Yeah, each one is 4 points. Like, it's 20
Yeah.
points for a full 5-man unit.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So-
And so that was kind of my idea here, because I've played Horse Mountain once before.
Was it only once? I thought I played it against you
once
twice.
or twice. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while
I mean,
since I've played War Machine.
To be honest, I started playing it because you mentioned you had it, Tom, and I didn't want you to completely face roll somebody.
No
so,
and so I've played
I
around.
put my hand to it.
Yeah, I've played around a little bit with it, and I was hoping that maybe if I could get kind of an alpha strike on one of the units, that might help me out here. And the Idrians aren't doing a terrible job of it.
Yeah, you killed 2 of them,
I
and
killed
then
2, I
the
think.
last one is at, and then of the 3, one of them's at 1
Yeah,
health left.
so I
Yeah.
kind of not too bad.
That's pretty good.
It's not terrible. I spread out here with a reposition, just kind of like, well, I guess
Which is appropriate
I think that's a decent idea. That's
between impact attacks, assault,
I might as well.
and then lulz. You kill your charge model with the assault. You can't make the attack with the lance because that is a horrible rule.
Yeah, Horse Mountain has a
yeah.
lot of balancing in terms. Well, balancing is the wrong word. It has a it is a balancing act in that you want to do well, but if you do too well, you sabotage yourself.
yeah.
That seems appropriate. By the way, Tom, have you seen the Dawnguard Destors flowchart on how their activation works?
I actually posted later. So I know there was the famous thread for it.
Yes.
A couple pages in, I was the one that reposted a clarified way to do it. Like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my work right there that you're looking at.
Oh, this is your work? Oh, that's freaking.
no,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
The one further in is my work. If you go.
Okay, I've got to go in there
times.
and find yours then, because, good lord, that flowchart is super useful.
Ladies and gentlemen, jank.
But that being said, I have fun playing with the Destors every time I play them.
Well, and I enjoy. I mean, there's something to be said for people who are like, medalist, win 7 mad dogs, and you're like, okay, cool.
Wow, that seems
Your
really
number is
pointed.
way too low. It's either 9 or 14 or
14
GTFO.
mad dogs.
I mean, come on. Chris Davies did 9 plus 2 Kodiaks and a Juggernaut.
And a Juggernaut. Yeah, that's right.
And managed to marathon the LCQ and War Machine Weekend Invitational, which props to him.
And he beat Jake
amazing.
Van Meter, and Jake Van Meter is no joke.
But JVM was list locked.
It's true, he was. And he was playing the new caster as well.
Yeah, Fianna too.
very neat.
List locked into Fianna too.
If you haven't watched that video,
watch it.
You can catch it on
Privateer Press stream.
Privateer Press
It's on
stream,
their YouTube
or
channel.
you can watch it if you don't enjoy listening to Will Hungerford and Will Schick be silly
Say it
people
nicely.
on their commentary. You can watch it on Warmastream, I believe. Warmastream also taped that. Yeah, that game was taped twice. It was pretty cool.
Their
You can watch it
commentary is
either way.
almost as bad as ours is.
Yeah. Hey, I still love Menoth John's description of us. If you want coherent War Machine battle reports,
Advanced maneuvers.
if you want incoherent,
Should have turned left.
love it.
I love it. But yeah, go watch that. But I think playing lists that are fun, back to the point that I tried to make before I went on about something else.
Yes.
Playing lists that are fun and that you enjoy, that's what I like doing.
Oh, yeah. And all the Cav is fun.
Yeah, Cavalry got a lot better in Mark III. I think.
Oh, without a doubt.
I think all of them
Yes and no.
across the board.
Wolf Riders, I only have one place for them, but that's because I can put Hand of Fate on them, which, why the f does Circle have Hand of Fate?
Wolf Riders. I just like the fact that they added reposition to them as opposed to this like ride by attack and light
Yes.
cav movement. Because I'm
Yes.
sitting here looking at like with Krios 3, okay? I don't want to have to try and be like, oh, I need to split up my 7 inches of movement. Like, let me move my 7 inches, cast my spells, then move 3 back. Just let me do it.
Yes,
Don't
the
be
cleanup
rude.
of Cav rules is awesome.
Just don't be rude like that.
So much.
And so,
I mean,
Private
what you
Press,
can do
I
with mount
applaud you
attacks
for,
and-
for doing that. That was
yes.
good.
That is one of your 3 years of playtesting that you did right.
There's very little other that I applaud you for with Mark 3. But
Savage.
that I will applaud you for.
Brutal.
It's been out for 6 months. They already know.
Is it only 6 months?
Well,
Oh, yeah, I
they
guess
released
Lock and Load
cards in
would-
June.
Lock and Load was July. Or no, Lock and Load is June.
Yeah,
It hasn't even been 6 months yet.
it's almost December.
Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, guys, because this will be the battle report that airs right before it.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Unless you're not in the United States, then not
Happy U.S. Thanksgiving.
Then not happy Thanksgiving.
Sorry, Canada, we're a month late.
You can't. You can come eat turkey with us whenever you like.
Yes.
Oosa.
Oh, God. And how much alcohol have each of us consumed?
Oh, I've only had a beer. Come on. This is just me. This is just me normally. Let's be honest. I'm
Yes,
like
it
this in
is.
the game store.
This is true.
Unless I'm playing
This is true.
Pete, then I'm not like that.
I still have one of you two in the bank. Let's not ruin it. I don't want to salt people against him. Okay, so what, Tom?
No, Pete's a cool guy.
So anyway,
There is a game.
There is a game. So on this turn, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. There's a lot of models in front of me, and I'm aware that if I only kill 1 or 2 models this turn, you can just bring them all back. So I'm really
Yarp.
trying to focus on killing as many of one unit as possible.
Proxy tokens, amazing thing of Mark III.
Yep. So you'll notice you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Idrians right now.
I actually have 12.
12 Idrians
Yes.
right now. So I'm charging in with I'm going to be charging in with a Dawnguard Destor Thane and those, what is it? The Dawnguard Destor Thane and one horse out of that unit's going to make it in, and there's only going to be 1 Idrian left at the end of.
Yeah, the Idrian's got to be used.
Spoilers!
Well,
Even though it's the end of the turn, still spoilers!
It's the beginning of his turn. He's starting in on the carnage.
I know, what the heck?
But yeah, so
We are not going to say which one survives.
Okay.
It's a bit unfortunate. But that's okay.
Or what happens next turn, because... Anyways. Yeah, turns out impact attacks and all that, Cav are so much fun to play right now.
They are. It's true.
I I'm just not sure Mononoke for 8 points is worth bringing to make Wolf Riders Mat 7.
Wolf Riders. I just would bring Wolf Riders because it's freaking crazy women on wolves. That's cool.
That's what Una 2 is for.
Excuse me, sorry.
Una. But the Kaya 3 is also on a wolf.
Oh, I know. And because she has a spell synergy, it's like, I can't bring all the wolves. Otherwise, it would be
She's
amazing.
on a wolf.
Because, no, it would be awesome because Kaya 2 plus, holy chart cow.
Yeah, those are the two that I made. Sorry to sidetrack.
Yes. Derailed. Hey, welcome to Should Have Turned Left. Is that in the same... Let's see.
Yeah, it's the same thread.
chart. Okay, I'm going to look that up on my iPad and save those.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No worries. But I've gone against Menoth with their cavalry using this list before. And can I just say I hate cavalry offs?
Yeah.
Turns into if
And
either of us move, we're gonna end up killing
Yeah.
Well,
and
here's the
hard
full thing.
with
Destors versus Wolf Riders, both of them have assault.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I look at it and Menoth cavalry
Sign into Chrome? Why would I?
isn't great. Yeah, Protectorate cavalry isn't great.
What?
It's not terrible, but it's not great.
You have a lot.
I don't think it's the best cavalry in the game by any
No,
stretch of
but
the
you
No,
have
it's
a
not
lot
the
of
best cav in the game, but still.
You have a lot of deterrence because, throughout
We
this
do,
game,
yeah.
I was like, man, I don't even want to just put a stray shot into
Yeah.
you. Because
Well, and I say the reason I say this, one, there are no murder ponies. I think murder ponies are probably the
well, they're an unfair standard.
murder ponies
Exactly.
are the shining standard of cavalry, and then you have like long riders are
Murder
pretty good.
ponies were the shining standard of cavalry in Mark II.
Who would you say is the shining
The
standard now?
Stormblade cav in
Oh sure, okay.
Signar are
Signar,
friggin' amazing.
Signar still has the best cavalry.
Yeah, because they have lances too, but not the lance rule.
Yeah, what the crap? I hate that rule so much.
Number one, okay, the lance rule is
Horse
stupid,
Mountain.
but,
We've got 2 units of Destors in here, which were absolute crap in Mark II. The only reason I own a unit is because Cool Stuff Inc. did a clearance discount, and I got them 60% off.
That'll do.
That's the only reason I bought them. That's how bad they were in Mark II. And now we've seen 2 full units regularly.
It's true. Yeah, but yeah, things here. People are dying. Things are happening. Elves are killing humans.
So a single
as it should
horse
be.
impacts 2 guys, moves up, will reach the unit leader with his. And here, even though Temple Guard have set defense, if I'm getting at least 3 attacks with 8s to hit, it's still pretty worth it to charge in on set defense.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that the synergies in Horse Mountain are what make this list.
Yes.
What make this list good. I think if there wasn't so much synergy in this list, it probably wouldn't be quite as viable or fun to play for that matter.
And hilarious enough with that statement, Vyros has the spell Synergy, and it totally doesn't matter.
Well, it matters.
Yeah.
It does matter later, but for the list composition itself, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
hilarious.
you no
In-game it
longer
can be-
bring 8 griffins with him.
I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, and so I think it's that's really nice. And as playing as Menoth, I think it's a little bit. I feel like it's weird to play against somebody who synergizes better than I do, because Menoth is kind of supposed to be this whole.
Oh, so here I get a quick shot onto High Reclaimer.
You do, yeah. You but you don't hurt him. And as you can see,
Whatever, free attacks are free attacks.
my soul stack is slowly growing.
What's the record you've ever gotten out of curiosity?
I think Ben killed 18 people one time within my control range, and I had
Yes, I think I did.
23 focus on one turn.
The highest I've ever gotten is Mordekar got 17.
Is that one on camera?
I don't think it's on camera.
Oh, no, I think that...
But it was Mark II, so
yeah.
I ran High Reclaimer forward and camped on like 17 focus, and he was armed like 35. And I went, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah.
I'm mini Terminus.
Pretty much.
It was. I also played a game one time, where High Reclaimer had way too much focus, and I was like, well, I don't necessarily care that much about this game, to be fair. Yeah, just a warning. I'm a terrible War Machine player. I'll throw games away if
You are better than
game.
you think you are. I still stand by that, and you need to learn that.
But High Reclaimer had, this was Mark II, by the way. High Reclaimer had like 17 or 18 focus, and so I ran forward and meleeed like 8 or 9 dudes to death, and then proceeded just to like immolation another like 3 dudes. Yeah, it was cool. Wiping out a unit with High Reclaimer is kind of fun. Yes, he wasn't a very experienced player because he left a unit that close to each other, but.
So I decide the best way to deal with these horses that you've got is just run guys up and jam. That's it.
Jam! It works. I know. Jamming is fun. Daughters do that. And with the new the new Infernal ruling on how that works with all the crazy backstrike and charging and stuff like that.
Oh,
models
gosh,
like
the
Nicaea
melee
and
range
Daughters
being
just got
360.
so happy.
By the way, I will go on record saying that is a horrible thing, and I hope they change that in the errata.
Oh.
But you know what? That's how it works for now, so friggin' play it like that for now.
It'll definitely get changed in the errata, but
play
it's just...
play the way the rules are written. Even though I hate it, do it.
It makes so much fun, especially
I'm
if
gonna
you have
abuse the shit
acrobatics,
out
because
of it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I can just run through you and get into your back arc and charge you.
Yeah, same thing.
It's great.
Same thing now with like cricks and their black banes or whatever. Like, oh, I'm incorporeal. I'm just going to charge.
Yeah, the only thing you have to do if you haven't gone and read that,
incorporeal or acrobatics.
the only thing you have to do if you've read through that, if you haven't read through that forum, make sure your charge lane is slightly off kilter from the other model, because if you and the other model's base are right on top of each other, you actually leave melee range. Because your melee range extends from your base.
You actually leave line of sight, and that's the bigger problem.
Is that what it was? I thought it was melee range, because melee range doesn't extend inside
it
the
is
base.
melee range. It is.
And so you can't do that, so you just kind of have to be off kilter a little bit. It's a little bit janktastic, but it's fun. It's cool. Yeah.
But, yeah, if you have a longer melee range than your opponent, then it's super easy to abuse that rule.
I see.
Like, even 1 inch to versus half-inch melee ranges, I've done that before where it's caused problems.
Nicaea with her 2-inch reach.
How does she even lift that sword?
Because she's the coolest. She's a Final Fantasy character. She can do what she wants. God, I love Nicaea. Because the thing
if you love her, why don't you marry her?
Because she's a model, and I'm a human being.
Hey, people have married inanimate objects before.
Yeah, but I'm not those people.
Murica.
The thing that I like about Nicaea, though, she's not in this game. She has nothing to do with this. I'm just talking at the moment. You've jammed up my Vengers, just so you know what's going on.
What, my forum icon?
No! I just searched for you on the Private Press forums.
The Hungerford conspiracy.
Hashtag the Hungerford conspiracy. Hashtag Willuminati. The truth is out there. And then seeing the post. Hashtag Willuminati. This is perfect. Well done, sir.
Nicaea is really good, but she's not broken. I think that's
agreed.
I think that's the thing that I like most about her is Privateer Press made a model that is very good, right? Very, very utilitarian. Does a lot of awesome things, but it's not broken and it makes people get angry. I think they did a really good job with that with Mark to Black 13th as well.
Yeah.
Which is why I was a little upset with the changes to Black 13th and Mark 3, because I was like, Black 13th, that was a well-balanced unit. It worked well. It did what it was supposed to do, and then they just kind of made it not as good.
Yeah. I'm spending way too much time trying to look up that chart because I cannot remember
I just Facebooked you with the page.
Okay. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, technology. So in this game, I'm sitting here looking at this going, okay, how can I charge? How can I kill some stuff? And then I also realized that there's a very large angry warjack that I know can do lots of damage hiding over there on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
how do you say his name?
Imperil.
I call him Imperatus.
Hey, we're from Albuquerque. What's my name?
What's my name? That's right.
I am the one that knocks.
But yeah,
if you don't know what that's from, you need to watch TV.
Watch more current. Yeah, if you don't know what that's from, watch more current TV. If you want to know what our name's from, watch some older TV.
Yeah, if you want to know what that's from, quit watching Star Trek reruns. If you know what our name's from, quit watching Star Trek reruns.
So that's why I put Imperatus there, is so I would have charge to your objective and could then sidestep around to get places.
It's not good times.
That being said, I really like what you were doing here, and it made me very nervous.
Yeah.
Where you're measuring out the range for...
Yeah, for Blood of Martyrs, because Blood of Martyrs is kind of like Imperatus and has that little...
crap is this picture?
Easter Bunny stuff? I don't know.
It's My Little Ponies.
Oh, My Little Pony Destors. This is the greatest.
What?
They're 50% Privateer Press model.
Can we get this?
Oh my gosh!
Can we get this edited in here to see the My Little Pony Destors? Just throw the picture up on the screen.
Timestamp 2554. I need to mark this down. I will make that happen.
54.
Thank you.
Of course, they're going to be seeing this as we're talking about. Can we put it up?
That's okay. That's okay. Some of the leading YouTubers in the world do this kind of thing. They're like, and edit, put in epic music, and then they put epic music in, and it's cool.
Hey, if I don't write down the timestamp right now, there's no way I'm going to remember where it is.
And if you can't tell, I'm counting out all of my dead men's souls right now. And then there's awesome product placement. Muson Minis. They've got a cool little template package you can buy. It's pretty
Their
cool.
stuff is awesome. Never buy from Broken Egg Games.
Well, technically,
Savage.
this is all a product placement for Privateer Press. But
That's also
yes,
true.
Yes. But I will pimp the crap out of Muson Minis, Advanced Deployment, Green Man Inc., and I will tell all of you never buy from Broken Egg Games. If you want to know why, PM me or look at a few of my other YouTube comments.
No, but Muson, it's a great little token set.
Yes.
It's a fantastic template set. I use it for more than just War Machine as well. I use it for
it's going to be on page 2.
for Frostgrave and as well as other things. It's very cool. So here I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life. I've figured out kind of what I want to do with Blood of Martyrs. But can I kill things? Should I kill things? Will I kill things? Are killing things cool? As the Protectorate, we answer yes to all of those. Surprisingly, I don't have that much fire in this list.
I know, friggin' heretic.
I know,
I know, right? I'm such
and you have Temple Flameguard.
Yeah, because earlier in the...
Well, they crit fire, I suppose.
Well, earlier in the turn, I was trying to see
and Zealots
if
have firebombs.
Imperatus could reach your Temple Guard with his cannon. I wasn't in range, but it's a fire attack, and I was like, nah, Temple Flameguard have to have immune to fire.
Nope.
Oh, the only thing wrong with that chart is I wrote it before it was clarified how assault works, where I wrote this as being you do it on a model by model basis.
Okay.
So other than that, this chart is correct.
Okay.
Though I will say one thing.
Both are downloaded.
You'll notice that a lot of Menoth units that have flame or use flame or something aren't immune to flame, and that's because everybody can be affected by the flames of Wrath of the Creator.
I know.
Deus Vult.
Even the Menoth.
Well, I was joking with you before the game started that technically a Wrack going up in flames is a good thing. A soul got purified.
Yes, it is.
This is true.
If you actually do it in game, it's like, damn it, that one blew out.
I know. It's like, dadgummit, it blew up. I wanted to benefit from your suffering a little bit longer.
Oh, what is it? What is it? I found something more amusing to rack than Gallows Groves. Hellmouth. The Maws. The Hellmouth.
I can rack a Hellmouth.
You can rack Hellmouths. You can rack the tentacles. You can rack the Maw.
I'm just going to let you know. Your local Protectorate player who has played Resnick 1.
Yes.
Go and ask him the list of things that he's racked in his life. They generally tend to be rather funny. I've racked a Gallows Grove before.
Yep.
In Mark II, you could rack pretty much anything.
It still had to be living.
Yeah, but I mean,
which is why Gallows Groves were so
the
amusing.
thing is,
but
it didn't
with
have
Mark
to be a
III,
warrior model.
No, it didn't.
Which is why I've racked a gargantuan before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I racked a Mountain King one time.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Here's this huge base Mountain King and an itty bitty dude on a cross.
And he's
You
now
just
racked.
grab one of the whelps.
I mean, I've racked a Gallows
Somebody
Grove.
make that model.
I've racked a Mountain King before.
Yeah, see, it's like the Gallows Grove. It's like, okay, the Gallows Groves were made to be the wood for the cross. When
Except
you rack
they're all metal.
Gallows Grove? Or the
no,
crosses?
racks are all metal.
Oh. Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because wood burns. We want to be able to light you on fire and have you not fall off of our cross.
Okay,
Don't
fine.
you just turn the Gallows Grove into the rack? Like
That's
you
what
just
I thought.
Okay, you carve it out.
Well, that's what you would do, but it's made out of metal, and so unless it's a really cool Gallows Grove that I can turn into metal and turn it into a rack.
Yeah. So, what of the Hellmouth tentacle becomes the rack?
Seems legit. Seems legit.
Yeah,
I just slice your
because
tentacle
that's
off and
something that happens.
just slice it off and nail it to a nail it to the cross.
On that note, tentacles can also be made Bane Knights or pirates or
Or a zealot.
or a zealot.
If I catch you with a sweet right hook from Vindictus, I've got a cut off tentacle and a little beret with a bomb. It's sweet.
I shall blow you up.
I mean, I've turned a dire troll mauler into a zealot before. Killed it. I caught him with a sweet left hook and put a beret on his head and said, "You fight for me now, bud."
All right.
I love these
Back
interactions.
to the game real quick.
Yeah.
I think this is
So
the
the
big
guide
thing
is
that screws up
Oh, wait.
your.
I did something
strategy.
terribly
so the
stupid
guide
here.
is still alive for the skirmishers.
For the skirmishers. But no, here's the stupid thing that I did. I activated the Flameguard before I activated Blood of Martyrs. I should have taken Blood of Martyrs, charged it, and killed everything that I was going to.
Because right now you positioned that proxy token in a perfect way. Blood Martyrs is going to get in.
It's going to get in and just ruin lots
Yes,
of things.
and thanks to pre-measure and Vyros' 2's feet.
Yeah, but the problem is I didn't do that. Instead, I end up I'm just going to tell you. Sorry, Ben. I end up killing this Scyir over here, and
it's
he
going
moves,
to happen pretty quickly
He
here.
moves one of his Destor
Oh
Thanes
god, I
out
have
of
not
the
been
way.
paying attention. My
And-
timing is all effed up.
And oh, that's okay. They don't mind. Nobody
yeah,
watches
so-
this for game analysis.
So you
anyways.
kill
This
the
is my
Scyir,
problem.
and
I have to edit this.
But yeah, so you kill the Scyir, and then I immediately move my
Yeah, and then he
Destor
moves the Destor,
over.
and I'm standing here going, well, okay.
Yeah. You know what? While all this is going on, I'm going to try to make up some time. Where's my mouse?
Bah.
It's it's unfortunate.
Without that, like that's the single best use I have ever had for that feat.
Yes.
I probably
And
'cause
so,
I probably would have been able to clear a lot with Blood of Martyrs right there, because Blood of Martyrs was going to be P + S20, charging in, doing really rude things to lots of people.
Yeah. So I mean, let's. At the very least, there's a cautionary tale of using too much pre-measurement. Is you are giving away your plan to your opponent, so when he has a reactionary ability like Vyros' 2 feet or
Yeah.
something like that, they can mess it up
Yep.
should they desire to do so.
But I mean, at the same time, that's also just order of activations. Don't be stupid
Yes.
like I am. Here we're measuring to see if I can get an impact attack, and I don't think I can.
Yeah, because of the way that impact still works, you make your impact attacks facing the direction you finish moving in. So even if you reach your charge target, you do the impact and then you turn to face. your
Exactly.
guy.
That's the
Exactly.
way it works, ladies and gents.
Yep. Impact attacks are during movement, so your facing does not change at any point.
Yep. That's the way things go down.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll just say it now. As I'm rolling these Vengers attacks here, I quickly realize this turn is progressively going worse and worse.
Yeah, because you need that. No one say unyielding on Destors is useless, like I've heard.
It's totally not.
It's definitely
you needed
not.
tens to
I needed
wound.
10s to wound. Yeah, and I didn't kill the Scyir over there, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, my turn's just kind of going. It's just going downhill from here. And at this point in the game, I think I was like, man, I can still do this. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this goes, right? And then as I proceed to continue failing miserably with my Vengers.
Four Vengers don't even put a damage on 2.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh.
It was bad.
That's painful.
Now, in
Yeah.
your defense, you did forget.
I forgot mount attacks. which I mean, okay, but still, I'm doing dice -7 on that, and it's not a weapon master roll like the swords were. Yeah, this just isn't good times. Yeah. But like any good War Machine player should, you should roll it out and you should play to the end of the game.
Yes.
Never,
Most definitely. Yes.
Never give up on that.
No, there's no reason to rage quit. There's no reason to give up because sometimes unexpected or weird stuff happens and suddenly you have a chance again.
It's an entirely true statement. I told a story before we started recording of something that happened like that. Unless you're playing in WTC and you just don't want to play, then it's okay to dump all fury and turn your back to the opponent.
Oh, Wormwood.
But yeah,
he didn't turn his back to his opponent. He just put the tree up there.
But yeah, I mean, roll things out, play things through, and that's not just because you might have a chance that something might go wrong. That's just called being a good sport.
And seriously,
soapbox moment.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, getting on a soapbox moment here. Nothing is worse going to play a game, ladies and gentlemen, a game, than playing against somebody who is not a good sport.
Yeah, like activating one model, declaring one attack, and your opponent rage quits. And
Bam! There
all
we go.
you get to do that turn.
But yeah, so
or that whole game.
So
that,
even
that was...
if you're losing, even if you know you've given up the game, roll it out. I mean, it's okay to concede towards the end of the game, just being like, there's no way you're not going to assassinate me. I'll shake hands here.
I mean,
it's cool.
When you get to the point where you can explain, okay, I lose on scenario because of this, and you work out the whole process and go, no, I legitimately can't.
Right, and that's fine to concede.
There's even one
there's
game
no
on my
reason
channel where my opponent and I shook hands like 3 or 4 times because we knew it was over. We're like, hey, let's keep playing.
And,
yeah, sure.
And human error is a thing too. Like there's a game I played where a Mountain King was going to get to my Alara with Alara 2 with no focus left on her. So it's like, this is dead. And even in this age of pre-measuring, he didn't pre-measure. He missed the charge by like 2 centimeters, and his Mountain King just ended activation. And Alara was like, I am getting the heck out of here.
And so, I mean, play things out. Be good sports about what you're doing. This is all a game, right? We're playing this to have fun.
Exactly.
I think that's partially the old page 5, the 5 rules of page 5.
Play like you've got a pair.
Play like you've got a pair. Yeah. One, be willing to do stuff. Be willing to go out. Be brave. But at the same time,
don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, and really. Like play nice, play fair, stick it out, shake hands at the end. It's okay. If it wasn't a good game, you can say like, hey, thanks for playing. No, that wasn't necessarily a good game, but thanks for playing anyways. I'm glad we got to play.
And
that's okay.
And it's a game. This
This
is not like the end of the world if you lose this one game badly. You still go home and you have a good night.
Y'all can go out and get beers afterwards. You can go to McDonald's and eat a hamburger together. I don't know. Yep. It's just a game. It doesn't affect your life.
It's not worth losing a friendship.
Bam. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
you heard it here first.
One other thing I want to say, never enter a game defeated. Mm-hmm. Do not ever enter a game thinking you are going to lose because you are going to make a self-fulfilling prophecy with that. I tell that to my opponents all the time because while I am probably the best in While I am the best in Albuquerque, I still lose games.
It's true. I've beaten you like twice.
Yeah.
In my life. But at the same time, I can remember when I was starting off, I played Mark II High Reclaimer Cloud City into a Legion list. I knew I was going to lose.
But it's also a matter of like your entire attitude on the game. Like
exactly. That's the biggest point.
Like think about it this way: there's the going into the game positive 7s. I can hit that. Going into a game dejected 7s. I don't know if I like.
Yes.
It screws with how you play with the game because you're already assuming I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to make these rolls.
That's true. I think that the moral of the last 5 minutes of commentary.
Holy crap, Incoherent is right.
Is it's a game. Play it to be a game.
Yeah. Hey, when do we switch videos? Damn it, my timing is crazy off on this.
Play it to enjoy the game, right? There's nothing worse than playing against somebody.
If you aren't having fun with the game, why are you playing?
Exactly. Play what's fun. Be a good sport. Enjoy the game. Make it fun for other people, right?
If you are playing against a better opponent than you, then pick their mind. I mean, constantly ask questions.
What would you do in this situation?
Yes.
How many
ask them what
would you do?
I mean,
How many times when I was getting into the game did I play you? You tabled me. It was fine, and I would go, okay, talk to me. Tell me what I did. Tell me how I can build this. Right? How can I get to be at least a semi-competent player?
Yeah. And if you are the better player, talk to your opponent. I mean, even if it ends up being coaching them to defeat you, so you defeat yourself. I mean, coach your opponent. Have them see the different things that you see that they don't, because I do see the game differently than several other people in our meta. Mm-hmm. Like, I can just see things. I can view 2 to 3 turns ahead, stuff like that.
You see dead players.
I do see dead players.
He sees dead people.
But it's like, with your opponent, go over all the different interactions and help them get better.
Yeah, and not only that, I would also say, if you're a new player and you're watching this and you're hearing what we're talking about, if you're playing against somebody...
Holy crap, thank you for watching the channel.
Well, yes, one, thank you for watching the channel. Thanks for coming here and attempting to learn how to play this game by watching our incoherent ramblings.
Yes.
I promise we all know how to play this game.
Somewhat.
Kind of. I always say War Machine is the game of forgetting how to play the game. But really, though, if you're playing against somebody who is obviously better than you, and they're not being a good sport about it, if they're just trashing you, not telling you why they're doing things, not telling you why you can't do things, call them out on it.
Oh, yeah.
Call them out. Say, listen, dude, I've been playing this game for X amount of time. I don't know what I'm doing. Explain things to me. Call them out. Unfortunately, people like that do exist in this world. It's unfortunate if you run into them, but...
And every question you ask contributes. Like, I asked you all throughout this game, what's that do? Like, how do you play?
Yeah.
And that helped me play better, because then I wasn't just being like,
exactly.
oh, I know how to play Menoth.
Well, it's like, I've even heard the question, can I see the card for that?
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
This is an open information game. You can ask them for just about anything. There are certain things you
do not
can't
ever ask
for.
threat range, because that is such an ambiguous question. It's damn near impossible to answer.
So ask them what their max shooting range is, their max charge range is, things like that.
Don't ask those, because if your opponent forgets something on their card,
then you'll feel gypped.
Exactly.
That is
because true. That is something that happens often enough, because there are so many rules to this game.
Right. So like, even in that very first turn with your Idrians, I was like, how far can they shoot? How far can they charge? Mm-hmm. And then I followed up with, do you have any silly
shenanigans?
Yeah. And then I made a decision based off what I thought was safe versus...
Yep, it's true. Yeah. But at the same time, this is an open information game. Feel free to ask for things.
There's nothing wrong for asking for the card. I would rather you read it than me say it wrong.
Now, I will also tell you, I guess it is somebody... They can say, no, you can't see that, or
that is bullcrap. You cannot say that, because this is an open information game.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
If somebody denies you their card, call a TO, call a judge, call whoever is nearby, call them out on their shit, and get them DQ'd.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I guess that would have been Mark II is what I'm thinking of asking.
No, even in Mark II. Okay, measuring your... Yeah, okay. There was that bullcrap with, if you swept your control range, you can ask any point in there, and that got Miranda killed. But...
But yeah, like, you could not specifically ask, like, hey, I need to know where it's safe to go into your Harbinger's
so with Mark II Wormwood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mark II Wormwood, you can't. Where's your forest?
No, Mark II Wormwood you could, because you just start going, okay, I want to measure line of sight there and do that. But solid ground, you could never do that with. And solid ground's huge, because that's rough terrain and control area. And
it
that
seems
was
like such a long time ago that I had to not know where everything was on the board.
I know, right?
I'd almost be interested to play Mark III rules with Mark II no measuring. I'd be interested to see how that would work out.
We can do that as a special at some point. Oh, that's going to be so hard, because you have to unlearn so many things that we've done in Mark III.
So, real quick about the game, it's going into my turn.
Terrible things are about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you've been watching, you'll notice that High Reclaimer blew his entire stack, killing a couple.
How many focus did he have that turn?
You cast 2 immolations and
15.
Ashes to Ashes.
15?
And gave out
And you spent all of it.
Unfortunate things are about to happen. And the bad thing is Silent Bob is silent, so he can't even scream. It's upsetting.
Oh,
There's a Griffin within charge range of High Reclaimer under a Synergy caster.
Oh, no.
And then even if that fails, hiding behind Blood of Martyrs is a Scyir who's going to be able to reach High Reclaimer as well.
So looking at the table, it looks like the Griffin has to use Fleet to get there. Is that right?
Yep, I did have to.
Okay.
There was some math involved because he has 3 on him right now and he got power boosted. I had to spend 1 to boost his speed, 1 to charge, which would leave me with 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, with synergy and with being, I mean, he can get there without really any problem.
Yeah, he arrived.
He can get there with Fleet.
10.
Yeah, it's the hitting and damaging thing.
Which, like I said, with synergy,
it
helps out. And turns out, +2 synergy is enough.
And
because
then
he ends up being because on the halberd you end up being, I think, dice +1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Against a no camp.
And then
16
I went to
caster,
Mat 10 because synergy
Powerful
plus
charge.
Powerful charge.
So I mean, it's not even a problem. It's not even an issue.
No. But you aren't going to one-shot High Reclaimer.
I came
Not
close.
likely.
I put you at 4.
He leaves me at 4
you can come
boxes,
close, but you...
I mean,
even then, you are statistically going to one-shot him.
Suffice to say, we're getting there. This is moving a bit quick.
By the way, I hate 6s to hit. Just going to say, I played Chromac 1 enough, and I failed so many 6s to hit assassinations with feet.
We all know how this game's going to end up, though.
Yeah, at this point, we've mentioned the Griffin could get there, so hey!
So here's me just building the synergy chain, whacking a couple things.
Dang, this is a short battle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
It's still 4 chunks of video, and the last chunk is 20 minutes. Yeah, no, this is still a good-sized video.
But yeah, no. So things die.
And then there's always whatever we ramble about afterwards.
We ramble about it, but I think we've rambled so much already.
Yes, we have.
Unfortunately, you guys aren't privy to our preamble, which is us sitting here for 30 minutes.
I need to create a Patreon, and so I can create that stuff, which I'm going to keep all the... I plan on doing that soon, so I'm going to keep this particular preamble to make it Patreon exclusive.
That'd be pretty cool.
I just need to set that up.
We talk all sorts of different things in those preambles. We talk list strategy. We talk our feelings about Privateer Press. Mostly they're negative.
When we're completely not focused on a game.
We talk. You hear stories about things. It's pretty cool. So if this is Patreon and you want to hear kind of almost podcast status type talking, listen to the preamble. It's pretty cool.
Yes, there's
your shameless plug.
Oh, dang it! Now I really have to do this so I can actually get this up as the preamble as a Patreon exclusive. Reilly, I hate you twice today.
And there's the game. Griffin
goes
in, needs force to hit. Dice +1 with the first one hits.
Yeah, you leave me on 4 boxes. You buy and hit me again, and we just shake hands. I can't be bothered. It's. I know. I knew I was gonna lose this game about halfway through my turn. What is that? Turn 2. This is top of 3, isn't it?
But you still did a good.
Is this top of 3?
This is top of 3.
Holy crap!
And you'll notice where the line of battle is. My list is
fast.
Yeah. Well, I knew that was going to happen.
Exactly. That's the thing with Horse Mountain is it is that fast.
Right. And so I mean, it was what it was.
But we don't need to rehash it. But as we were talking about earlier, you did a good job of even if you started to get like, man, you got this. Like you played it out.
Win graciously and lose graciously.
Yeah. Because I mean, dice is a thing that could happen. If the Griffin rolls Snake Eyes, then it could.
Yeah, sure. But
there's
like I
a
said,
shake. Game is over. Now I have a timestamp.
There you go.
My teachable moment. I am terrible at when I see the assassination. I forget everything. You heard me talk about it. Like at the start of this turn,
you see red. You go bloodlust,
like,
buddy. I know what that is, man.
But like at the start of the turn, I told you like, no, I need to play this turn out. Like if I roll double 1s both times to hit you, I have to be able to continue the turn.
Yes.
And even then, I messed up. I didn't power boost Imperatus. I didn't like.
I mean, it's not like you needed it.
No, but in a more dire situation, I am terrible about go for the assassination, and then when that fails, I'm left scrambling to try to pick up the rest of the turn.
Yeah, I mean, as a third party, I heard you several times going, oh crap, I messed this up. Oh crap, I messed. I need to make sure I have this as a backup just in case this assassination fails.
I'll be honest, I normally...
That is a possibility with a game of dice.
I'll be fair, I just expect for myself to make mistakes during a game. I know
Everybody
I know
should.
I'm going to mess up. I know I'm going to fail, and so
No, flat out, everybody should expect to make mistakes because if you are a perfect player, you don't frickin' exist. Don't fool yourself.
If you're a perfect player, you're about as close to Chris Davies as you can get. Hey!
I know, right? Except apparently Mad Dog Spam is that good. No, if you listen to Chain Attack and Moot Point, both of those podcasts, their most recent episodes, have Chris Davies on him, and he talks a lot about how he managed to do the Triple Crown and all of that. And through the LCQ, it was actually Vlad more than Mad Dogs that got him through.
And I think that's one. He's just a very good player. I think there's no getting around the fact
IG
that,
Mark II, and then
that Chris Davies
marathoning the LCQ and winning War Machine Weekend
is a fantastic player. Good list composition. I mean, we talked about Mad Dogs earlier, and I don't want to go back into that. But,
yeah, but
January, you're right.
You can dislike the list, but
sure.
like the player.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah,
You can-
definitely.
but you have to respect. You have to respect it, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
An awesome list like Mad Dogs in the hands of a bad player is still going to lose.
It's true. It's true. I don't think there are any lists out there that exist that are noob-proof lists. Because bad placement, bad playing.
Hey, look, you left Karchev exposed, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Grats.
So yeah, but I think I don't have anywhere to go with this.
I don't know either. There was a game. We didn't talk about it much, but
Oh, that's okay. Nobody. I mean, not saying anything about how you played.
No.
You played very well and
Yeah,
beat me
unlike
fair
last
and
game.
square.
yeah.
I just always
Horse
laugh
Mountain
'cause-
versus Lich 2 and Menoth.
I just always laugh because I know we almost never talk about the game on this channel.
I know.
I think the
laughed
comment,
too.
Well, this-
there was a game on, comes out in every single battle report.
Yep.
So I do want to get that joke you made at the very beginning with the Privateer Press building a wall.
Oh, yeah!
That is in here.
So here's the converse that I'm going to do. Retribution's going to build a wall, and they're going to make Scorn play for it.
Scorn did break it down. To be fair, that stupid mammoth. Let's ignore that Gorshade is inside their borders and doing all that stuff, right?
Oh,
Yo, and-
small tangent. Gorshade 4, please come to Ret.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
I want
Yeah.
Ret.
No,
All the
Gorshade.
conspiracy theorists are saying Gorshade's going to become Gershid or whatever his actual
Gershiled.
whatever his retribution name.
No.
was. No.
Gorshade taught Alara. Why do you think it's Lich Lord Alara?
That's legit.
Scything Touch,
and my
March for
question-
Death, Ghostly for her feet. I mean, tell me Gorshade did not teach Alara how to be a
Well,
warcaster, and that's why she has the crap that
but
she
the
has.
same thing. Like, my question is, what is going to happen with the twins?
Yeah, because aren't they
Saren
hiding
and Riot.
in? Aren't
Because
they?
they
Yes.
pissed off Everblight anyway, so where are they going? Like, what are they going to do?
Oh.
I know. I find that aspect kind of hard. Like, maybe it's just because I'm not so spun up on the fluff that to me it's like Athanks are still like this magical, like I have connection to everything kind of thing. But it feels
Kind
like
of, yeah.
how. I guess I just misunderestimated the amount of control that Everblight has over people he has.
That's
Athanks.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it is. I mean, Absalonia gaining her epic form is a perfect example of that because she's going against Terminus. She sends an Archangel against Terminus. Terminus just kind of go... Or not Terminus. Venethrax.
I was like, which book are you talking about right now? Which
Venethrax, the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, Venethrax.
Yeah, Venethrax. Absalonia is going up against Venethrax. She sends an Archangel after him, and Venethrax just kind of chops it up like nothing and goes, all right, bring it on. Everblight threw his Athonk sees that and goes, oh shit, power up! And that's how Absalonia gains her epic form to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, for that reason, like, it feels like Everblight has a lot of control over them.
Yes,
So,
he
like,
does.
why can't he just, like, instantly be like, okay, that thing's turned off, and, like, immediately just kill them?
Because he would have to turn off a part of himself.
Yeah, because technically the Athonk is a part of himself. And the
Yes.
interesting thing is, I think in the storyline,
I mean,
Saris and Ryan have always kind of been
somewhat defiant and
somewhat removed from the rest of the locks.
Okay.
their
of
twin
Legion.
their twin bond gives them a unique sort
because
of
I think it's partially
dynamic.
the two minds fighting, kind of resisting what it is, and even
Yeah.
then, Rias didn't know that the Athonks could be cut off. That was entirely Saren.
Yeah.
Saren was the only one who figured that out, and so I'm just interested to see what they do with that storyline, because we see them at the end of Wrath of the Dragonfather, where they are, and we haven't heard about them since, right? And so we're just like,
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have.
where
They're still off hiding somewhere.
where do they go? What
Yeah.
do they do? Does Retribution welcome them in?
Well,
are
here-
they good enough to be? Do they have Warcaster ability? Because we all know that Legion locks are a bit weird. They don't actually have to have magic ability to be a Warlock.
Fianna too. The reason why it was Fianna instead of the Beastmistress is because it didn't make sense for a Warlock to start developing and then develop their powers. It was, no, you get the Athonk and then boom, Warcaster status immediate.
And that's the one thing that's so different about Legion as opposed to every other faction.
Is because there is this.
He can literally manufacture Warlocks. Whereas
Yes.
every other faction, well, Crick's not so much.
Well,
but,
Crix is another dragon
Crix is a bit
faction,
weird,
so.
but every other faction they have to go out and find them.
Yeah.
Right? They have to find the people with the latent ability of controlling a beast or a warjack.
But
right?
then again, Crix borrows from several other factions, whereas
What's entirely
Everblight
true.
just goes, nope, you're mine now.
which is entirely true, and that's kind of how Crix is supposed to function. But I mean, Legion can manufacture basically everything they want on the spot, as can Crix. I guess that's what the dragons do, right? And so it's just
that's
it's
their blight.
interesting. Kind of, I will be interested to see where Saren and Rias
Well,
Twins
here's
3.
a question. Your favorite Fluff supported or non-Fluff supported crossovers? I have wanted to see, since he was captured, I wanted to see Crix Karchev. Like,
Yes, same here. That is
Karchev
immediately
would be-
where my mind went.
I thought it would have been interesting to see a Khador siege. Because when Siege got cut down by Butcher,
Yeah.
just in case, like think, what's her name, the Colden Lord, Alexia.
Alexia?
Gets to
No, not
uses-
Alexia. That's the
no.
solo.
No. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments if you remember, because I can't right now.
Same.
If she got to him and used
Miranda, help!
some of that Orgoth magic and like brainwashed him, that could have been cool. A siege-
Zerkova?
Zerkova, yeah.
Zerkova.
Using Orgoth magic and like brainwashing him or
Yeah.
converting him over to the Khador cause.
That would be
a
cool.
Khador siege. Siege 2 for Khador would have been
That
cool.
would be cool.
And it fits perfectly. Just mass destruction, like,
Mhm.
bring it down.
Imagine running him
randomly?
with Khador's Colossals.
Yeah, randomly, something that I would actually kind of be interested to see is Tartarus remembering who he was and then going back to trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be.
Or another interesting one, and they actually did something like this in Mark 1 because they had some alternate Warcaster cards.
and
that
then,
were super cool.
then
But
of course, it would
Vlad-
involve taking Rathrock away from Cormac 2 and giving it back to Tartarus, so
That's
he
true.
has
But
his...
the thing is, the cool thing, Vlad is a Menite. Vlad believes in the old faith.
Really?
Vlad under the protectorate of Menoth would be cool.
Huh.
Because that's how that's
Interesting.
part of how he was
I
able
did not know that.
to make a deal with Severius, is because Umbrians,
Okay. Okay.
the majority of Umbrians are actually old faith Menites.
Interesting.
So Vlad fighting for the protectorate of Menoth, that would be cool.
Same thing.
Interesting.
What's his face? Bazooka Boy from Trolls.
Gumbjorn?
Gunbjorn
Gunny.
could have stayed in.
Could have stayed in Signar, yeah.
Could have stayed in
Yeah.
Signar.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. Can I dream of Gatsby coming back to Circle?
No, he's been gone too long, buddy. He's been gone too long. It's like me dreaming of Kruger coming back to Menoth.
You know, that would be a really. It's not.
Yeah, no, there's a pretty big vendetta on that one.
yeah.
I know it is not going to happen, but Haley and
Denegra?
Denegra 4 Warcaster
So
unit
technically,
together.
Victoria and Denegra, because both of their last names is Haley.
Yeah, Victoria and Denegra Haley, Crix and Signar Warcaster unit, usable by either.
Oh God!
Oh Lord!
no!
Haley
no,
and Crix?
no,
Oh
no!
God, please no!
2 time mages? No!
I'm excited to see.
Haley 3's fluff is crap enough already.
I'm excited to see Kane 3.
Oh, and
Yes.
He's a Merc Signar partisan.
Yeah.
He fights for both. Private Depressor's already said he'll be playable in
That's
Signar.
awesome. Hopefully they do the same thing with Magnus 3. That'd be cool.
I would. To be fair, I
still
can almost see Magnus.
by the way, I find that weird that hey, Merknar is still a thing apparently.
well, of course it had. That's part of what Signar's all about.
Connie B and
Connie
Kane
B.
3.
Well,
There's
I
2
think because
Signar
it's-
partisan casters.
Well, I think a lot of it is Lael, and that's going into the
Yes.
fluff. But I
Yes.
think a
Yeah.
lot of the reason there is Signar-Merc relations is specifically because a lot of the new Mercs are Laelies, and Lael was
Yes.
always Signar's little baby, so to speak. So.
Of which I am very interested to see what the Laelies resistant theme force is going to be, because we know that's going to
All of the Thorn Gun mages.
Sorry, this is a personal hatred of mine for PP.
Uh-oh.
I hate that Ashlyn has not been in the fluff for forever.
Oh, my
even when
gosh.
they went back,
Yeah,
even when the
yeah.
fluff
Yeah.
went back to Lael, they brought in Damiano instead of Ashlyn,
Yeah.
who's like,
Yep.
sorry, and,
She kind of fell
That's
off the
fair.
face of the planet.
That is
I'll
fair.
legit, That's yeah. Mhm.
and it just sucks because she's
She was
my
cool,
wife's
yeah.
favorite caster, the only caster she plays.
She was cool.
Oh, wow.
And So, but like I love her. Like she's so fun to play. She's got
Oh,
great
yeah.
feet. She's,
Her alternate
No
sculpt
kidding.
looks sick.
her story is still perfectly valid with Kador still being
Yep.
assholes and
Yep,
controlling
yep.
everything. So it just sucks that like no, we're gonna ditch this character in favor of the new flavor.
Yeah, I can agree to that. That does suck when that happens. But, I don't know. Privateer Plus fluff seems to be hit or miss often enough,
I
too.
think so.
I'm interested
Yeah.
to see what the command books have for
That'll be
fluff and all of
interesting.
that.
I will probably end up getting
I-
the Protectorate command book. I'm excited for tier lists. To be fair, for theme
Yes.
lists and things like that, because unlike Mark II, where
The
some
thing
were
I'm-
viable and the rest were a little bit janky, this one I think it's cool because it's not
It's-
so much tied to a caster per se as
Yeah.
tied to if you bring this specific army composition, you get these
Yes.
things.
And a lot of the theme forces that have
looks
been
cool.
spoiled so far, the power level of them has dropped drastically. Like most of them are like maybe get a
yes and no.
Kingmaker is
Because,
ridiculous.
Yes,
Holy
Kingmaker
cow.
is crazy good, and it plays 13 points up.
Being able to bring a
that's
way
unit
different
of
than
that
playing.
is-
Sorry,
being
go
able to
ahead.
bring a unit of trenchers into mercs. Holy crap!
Yeah, I mean this is one of the things that scares me is I think every theme force we've seen so far, it has free points built into it. If you bring X, gain X, or if you bring X, gain Y for free.
But think about it this way: if every theme force is getting that, then in a weird, like, yes, it sucks for
Yes.
not playing theme forces, but
Yeah,
but
and
it
that's
still
the thing.
balances out.
I don't want it to be where theme forces is how you have to play again. I don't want to see that because trolls towards the end it was
EE
Evolution-
and Mangy Meat Mountain.
yeah it was 2 theme forces. Retribution towards the end of Mark II it was Raven theme
7
force.
wins, crud.
I think it just really comes down to how firm are they going to be with the restrictions. Like
Yes.
if you are playing Dawnguard and you can't bring anything else. then-
Horse Mountain is amazing.
Yeah, but then what if that includes I can't bring Arcanists?
Oh,
What if
yeah,
it's not
that would
Dawnguard?
be interesting.
Yeah. What if it
Yeah, yeah,
means
yeah.
I can't bring Lys Healers because
Yep.
they aren't Dawnguard? So I think it
I mean,
really.
I just
And one of the downsides to Kingmaker is you don't get an armor debuff.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
that is actually the biggest problem of Kingmaker is you don't get that. However, against certain range casters, it's phenomenal.
So I realized
Yeah,
I realized that hurts a lot of things. Like, can you imagine a Scorn theme force that can't bring Paingiver Beast Handlers? Like, it'll never get played.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
But
or
so
like a protectorate theme list that doesn't allow choir.
Yeah. So
Like,
I
yeah,
think it was,
oh,
Like
that will never get played.
you would never see it get played because I mean, okay, yeah, I loved this. I thought this was hilarious. There should be no auto-includes in War Machine. Okay. Choir of Menoth is an auto-include for Protectorate of Menoth. Shut your face, son!
No, I remember the big storm that went up when the Lely's Want Theme Force was previewed, and they were like, you can bring any unit from Signar or Protectorate. And immediately Protectorate players were like, the choirs.
No, it wasn't Protectorate players, it was Merc players. Did we just get choir? This is amazing!
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. But I think we've rambled on long enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, please leave your comments in the below. Let us know what you think. There are still some more requests in there. I will try to do my best. There are some that are harder than others. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks for watching.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy wargaming, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, the Protectorate player I used to play with, he would always roleplay his Vindictus as just being the, not Vindictus, the, Severius as just being like this doddering, like, what am I doing here? Like, just wandering all over the battlefield.
Put the cloud up there.
Get out of my lawn!
And if it goes down...